cars of today express our way of life, just as the old Model T did. This new retractable hardtop is a modern miracle of design and engineering, and it reflects a new ease of living, a release from the back-breaking toil and drudgery of the old days when the Model T was on the road. The cars of today look like dream cars. And as a matter of fact, some of their most striking features originated in the dream cars of yesterday. This is the Mystère, a dream car created a few years ago. See how similar it looks to this model, which came off the assembly line 3 years later. Here's another dream car. And this is the new Mercury Turnpike Cruiser. This is the Futura, a dream car designed in 1953, forerunner of the new Lincoln. From the dream cars of today will come the cars we see on the road of tomorrow. The stylist does not dream of fantasies. He dreams of the predictable future.
Let us look now at the shape of things to come.
How will the future look? What strange shapes will man create in the world of tomorrow? The stylist turns to science and research for the answers to his questions. He tunes in on recent developments and ponders their significance. Should his dream car reflect the shape of rockets flying into outer space? Will a free-piston engine or perhaps a turbine drive the car of the future? Their shapes would radically affect his design. Research chemists are developing new fuels with tremendous power potentials. Can he cut down the size of the fuel tank and have more space for something else? How soon will atomic energy become a practical source of power for so small a thing as a car? The transistor means miniaturization of such things as radios and television sets, allowing him room which he did not have before. New alloys, new metals like titanium also preoccupy the stylist, for they too affect design. He must be aware of their characteristics and their behavior, know just what happens to them when they are forged or stamped or extruded, calculate their lightness and strength before he can use them properly. He must know all about the latest developments in glass and plastics too, and keep them in mind when he's designing such things as windows and transparent roofs. All these considerations finally fuse together in the stylist's mind, and an idea is born. He calls it a design theme, and once having arrived at it, his next task is to develop it with all the imagination and skill and knowledge at his command. This phase of the work calls for the most realistic thinking. You might call it the nuts and bolts part of the job. Every angle, every curve, every joint must be calculated with the utmost precision. Beyond that, the stylist must always think in terms of function as well as beauty, of skeleton as well as skin. The most beautiful door, for instance, is useless unless its design permits it to be well hung, so that it opens and closes properly. The The slant of a windshield calls for engineering, for it must be braced in such a way that it is structurally strong as well as streamlined. And the height and slope of a top is not just a matter of the right proportions. People must be able to sit under it without hitting their heads. Balance and symmetry achieved with the greatest mathematical precision. The geometry of surfaces and their arrangement to produce the proper optical effect. Of such things are the dreams of stylists made.